Okay, let's unpack this. AI isn't some distant future thing anymore, is it? I mean, it's moving incredibly fast, like right now, today.
Absolutely. And what's really striking is how fast these things are going from, research papers or news headlines to actual tools and changes that affect industries, even how we create stuff.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, well, we're doing something a bit different. This is our AI Daily Deep Dive, and here's the interesting part. It was researched and generated entirely by AI,
That's right.
focusing specifically on the top 5 AI news stories from today, June 5th, 2025.
So our goal here is basically to take the sources covering these 5 key developments and sort of boil them down for you, give you a snapshot of where AI is really making waves today.
Right. Let's jump straight in then. Story number 1, Meta. They're bringing their AI studio directly into WhatsApp. Why is that significant?
Well, think about it. Before, if you wanted to create your own AI chatbot assistant with Meta's tools, you usually had to go, through their website or maybe other apps, putting that power right inside WhatsApp, an app billions of people use every single day. It just makes creating your own little AI helper way, way easier.
Yeah, that makes total sense for accessibility.
Yeah.
And the sources, they talk about how much you can tweak them, right?
Yep.
Like setting them up for specific jobs,
Yeah.
study coach, travel planner.
Exactly. And choosing personality traits, calm or even sassy, apparently. Give it a name. Add a picture.
Huh. Sassy AI assistant.
It's in beta now, but they plan to roll it out more widely. And, this isn't happening in isolation. The sources mentioned other recent WhatsApp updates, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Things like usernames for better privacy, fixing that weird quoting issue when messages get deleted, a proper iPad interface finally, voice chats, AI wallpapers. Even message summarizing is starting to appear. It's all part of Meta trying to weave AI into the whole experience.
It's a lot going on in just one app.
Yeah.
Okay, so while tools like that are getting closer to us, there's other side concerns about what AI tools are actually producing, which brings us nicely to story number 2, the rise of what people are calling AI slop.
Yes, AI slop. The sources describe it as this flood of low-quality, often just plain bad AI-generated content that's spreading like wildfire across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, you name it.
Why is it so common, though?
Well, it's super easy and cheap to make, for one. And unfortunately, this kind of content often gets high engagement numbers, which the platforms like.
And it's not always harmless, right? It sounds like it's often just clickbait, pure click harvesting. And some sources mention political stuff, too.
Yeah, they pointed out examples like right-wing fantasy videos, but also noted that, left-leaning versions exist, too. It's not really about ideology, more the tactic. And this slop isn't just on social media. It's in search results on Amazon with weird product descriptions or reviews, even fake books. Remember that story about newspapers using AI descriptions for books that weren't real?
Oh, vaguely, yeah. That was wild.
And what's really kind of worrying here is how the line between what's real and what's fake is just dissolving so fast. The sources use that service kangaroo video as an example.
The service kangaroo.
Yeah, it fooled a lot of people because the idea was just plausible enough, and the AI tools were good enough to make it look real.
Right. And if tools like Google's VO3 are making video fakes almost perfect, it really makes you wonder if we're heading for a sort of zero-trust internet, doesn't it?
It definitely makes verifying anything online much harder. And speaking of trust and content and who owns what, that flows right into our third story. Reddit is suing Anthropic.
Okay, filed yesterday, June 4th. And the accusation is?
Unauthorized use of Reddit's content. Specifically, that Anthropic scraped Reddit data to train its AI models, like Claude.
The training data issue again.
Exactly. Reddit claims Anthropic scraped their site like over 100,000 times, violating their rules. This is despite Anthropic apparently saying before that they blocked bots like that.
Is there proof?
Well, the sources mentioned that the Claude chat bot itself reportedly admitted when asked that it was trained on Reddit data.
Oh, interesting. And the key thing here seems to be licensing, right? Anthropic didn't sign a deal.
Correct. Unlike Google and OpenAI, who do have licensing agreements with Reddit to use their content. So Anthropic refused a deal, and now Reddit is suing for damages and wants an injunction to stop them using the data.
This really highlights that huge legal gray area, or maybe battleground, over using all this user-generated data to build AI.
Absolutely. It's a massive question.
Okay, so from legal fights over data to, well, creative frontiers. Story 4. Music producer Timbaland is unveiling an AI artist.
Yeah, that's right. A virtual performer. The sources say it's designed to be young and photogenic.
So this is a big name, Timbaland, really pushing AI right into the music creation and performance space. What's this AI artist expected to do?
Produce original music, generate vocals, create visuals, the whole package, essentially.
It definitely blurs those lines between human and machine creativity, doesn't it? Makes
Right.
you wonder about the future role of human artists.
For sure. It's a big conversation starter.
And that brings us to our final story, kind of zooming out to the bigger picture. AI and the future of work. The sources suggest that while AI might replace some jobs, it's actually creating a big opportunity for entrepreneurship.
Yeah, the core idea is pretty interesting. By automating the repetitive, maybe boring tasks, AI frees up humans to focus on what we do best. Creativity, innovation, solving complex problems.
So it's less about finding a job, more about making something.
Exactly. It taps into those deep psychological needs we have: autonomy, competence, relatedness. Feeling like you're in control, good at what you do, and connected to others through your work. But it requires a different mindset, less what job is available and more what can I build?
A growth mindset, right? Being adaptable, always learning.
Precisely. And the potential, according to these sources, could be huge. They talk about a possible new renaissance driven by bold ideas, digital creativity, value-driven innovation, where your imagination is more valuable than just following the rules.
And they mentioned Gen Z might be well positioned for this.
Yeah, maybe because they often value flexibility, they're used to side hustles, that kind of thing. The idea is that entrepreneurship isn't just starting a company, it's becoming more of a psychological approach, a way to navigate what work looks like next.
So wrapping it all up then, from personal AI tools in your chats to tackling AI-generated slop, big legal fights over data, shaking up creative industries, and even rethinking work itself, AI is, it's undeniably reshaping things right now, today.
These 5 stories, just from June 5th, really show AI touching so many levels: personal, social, legal, creative, and even fundamental ideas about our economic future.
It makes you think. As these tools get more powerful, more integrated, how much of our future identity as creators, workers, communicators, how much will be defined by our ability to not just use AI, but to actually partner with it, maybe even build things with it? Definitely something to chew on.
Indeed.
That's all for this AI Daily Deep Dive.